Hi everybody, this is Linda Hicks, and I'm really live today. I usually pre-tape these or pre-do them live and then transfer them onto YouTube. But today, I do it because a lot of times I'm either at church or I am at a crop or something, so I don't always have time to come on at 6 o'clock. So to make sure that I'm consistent and always come, I do a pre-video type thing. So I preload it on YouTube. So this time I am truly live, so you're getting the real me. And I will probably upload this to my YouTube channel only because it doesn't stay on Facebook, and that's kind of why I'm doing YouTube, just to keep all the videos so that you guys, if you want to make the cards that I make or see whatever little techniques or whatever I'm showing, so that you have a resource to go to and check them out, and then maybe recreate the cards and send cards to your friends, which would be wonderful because that's what it's all about. It's about sharing, just sharing happiness with other people. It's like Happy Meal. I love getting Happy Meal because how many times do you go out to the mailbox and all you see is bills or publications of advertisements and stuff like that. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera around. I got a couple things. I got a card I'm going to make to show you. This is the card that we made in our last live class. And this is the last of the series of that. And so I'm going to show you that card, how to put this together, and the measurements and everything. And then I'm also going to show you, hi Carol, hi Dawn. I'm also going to show you a kit that I did. And I'm going to do that first, I think, because this is a 12 card kit. I don't know if you know, there's a subscription called Paper Pumpkin, and then there's card kits that you get. They come out with at least two, sometimes three new card kits every month, and you can get those and you don't have to have a subscription. And this is a card kit. It's still available. It's a birthday one. And I kind of take my kits apart and try to make more cards out of them because they give you so much stuff. And so I think this was a 12 card, and I think I make 16 to 18 cards out of it. So I'm going to show that to you first. So let me turn my camera around so that you think I'd figured this out by now, where that little button is. Okay, so here we are. And I can't tell, can you see the board? Seems like there's a reflection somewhere. Oh, it's the table. Okay, so this is called Birthday Fancy Kit. I'm going to show this to you first because I just fell in love with it. Because I actually wanted it for all these really cute pieces so I could do a scrapbook page, but I ended up I might have to order another kit, because I ended up making a all cards instead. So you will need maybe a few extra card bases, because it comes with everything you need. It comes with a little ink pad, little stamp pad, and the color, a certain color. I do like to use black a lot, so let's see. I think it was this color. It's like Lost Lagoon or something like that. And then it also comes with a cute little stamp set that is just adorable. And I did copy the stamp set to show you, but of course, now that I'm here, I don't see it. So anyway, it is adorable little stamp set. I can show you this tiny little version of it in this. It says, sweetest birthday wishes, sending you happy birthday wishes, happiest birthday, just a lot of cute little birthday sentiments, time to celebrate. And then I used some of my other stamps too and made, which I don't have to show you because I already sent them out, but I made a couple friends cards with it. So hi, Katie. So anyway, here is all. I love giving away birthday cards, and I've been really bad about it. So I got this kit so I could actually make them. So this one is one that I redid, sending you birthday wishes. This was one I redid. This is one that they had, that I redid, but this is the paper that came with it. It had this paper too. I cut it down, but anyway, just to show you all these really cute cards. I don't want to make this too long. Then this is another piece of paper that the card that came, and instead of having it fold like this, I made it into a Z-fold card. Isn't that cute? And then I just cut out a little extra rectangle here to put it on there. So isn't that cute? And so these are all the cards. I just wanted to kind of quickly show you all the cards. This one this was a card that I cut down and then put it on a white base. But I like that because I like a little white border around my cards sometimes. So here's another card. And I got these all from one kit. All of these for you. Another birthday. Sending you birthday wishes. Another one, a Z-fold. So these aren't the directions. These are what I did with the card kit. So you can come and look at this. If you get this card kit, just look at it. This is a simple Z-fold that I just did with these card bases that they send you. There's another one and another one. These two are actually probably pretty close to, I think they had extra stuff on there, and that I used the extra stuff for the other cards that I made. But look at all these cute little things that came in this card kit. And I love this. Look at that lace. This is a die cut that came with that. And then here's a couple more. This is another one of those die cuts. Isn't that beautiful? And I just think, wouldn't you just love getting a card like that? And then, like I said, I already sent out a couple other cards. So I think there's like 16 here. And then I sent out a couple of thinking of you cards that I made with these as well. So I can't show you those because they're already sent out as Happy Mail to someone. But I just wanted to show you that you can get a card kit and make so many cards by just cutting your bases in half or turning them around and making a Z-fold. So I just thought that was really clever and idea of, especially how expensive are cards now. So you get a kit, it has the directions, it has all the stuff, it has your ink pad. So if you're one that doesn't like a lot of waste or extra stuff, you can just get a kit and make cards. And if you wanted more cards, you can cut the bases in half and just, apply them to white bases. All right, so now to start with what we are going to do tonight, this card, I am using Stampin' Up! Paper called Lovely Blossoms. And it is a sweet set. It has this paper. It has a lot of different papers in it. But you can see it has like, and then the other thing that I like about this too is this one comes with cards like this so that you could use them for journaling. Like I would, if I was scrapbooking, I'd use this for a journaling card. Or you can actually just cut this out and put this on a front base of a card. I mean, how simple is that? Or you can, if you don't want like that, you don't like the cards, you have this side that you can use for paper crafting. So this is called Lovely Blossoms, and it is a beautiful set. And then it has a matching, let me show you, called Lovely Arrangements. And I've been using this for a lot. I use this with the Lovely Blossoms, and then there's another beautiful paper pack called, I can't remember the name, but anyway, it's oranges and stuff like that. And I use the same flower with that because this flower is simple and it goes with so many things. And then I love all of these sentiments. I like to get things where I can use it a lot. The other thing that I'm using is called Prayers and Promises. And I love this one because it has so many really great sayings on there. So if you need something for people that are sick, people that have need little prayers or has a sympathy card, this is a great set for that. So anyway, so here is the card we're going to make tonight. Let me pull all the pieces out and we'll give you the directions here for that. So I am using the new color. It's called Cloud Cover is the color, the name of the color. Isn't that a pretty color of blue? And it is your basic card measurements. It's 8.5 by, I should probably move this so that it's like here so you can see all the measurements. 8.5 by 5.5. And then I scored it at 4.25. So it's just a basic card. And then I cut these pieces out. This is a 4 by 5.25 piece, and I cut it out and then ran it through the embossing with an embossing folder, and I just love this. This is called, I can't remember the name of this either. I'm so prepared for these, but this is a new embossing folder, and I just thought it's just kind of simple and adds a little texture to your card. It's just really a nice, subtle but pretty thing. And of course, I'm doing tone on tone. So let me find my adhesive that I just had a minute ago in my hand, but I like to lose things quickly. So I see it. Okay, good. You can use the green glue. A lot of people like to use the green glue, or you can use a snail with this card, or you can use tear tape. Tear tape works really well, especially with something like this because you got some texture in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's see which side I think is the upside. And I think it's this one. Let me double check. Yeah, it's okay. So I'm going to put my adhesive on this side. I'd probably use tear tape on this just because it has a little extra, but since I just have tape. And then I'm just going to center this on here, like so. And I gave you the measurements for that. Then the measurement on this piece here is 3 inches by 4 1/4. And then the pattern paper is 2 3/4 by 4. So, and then this cute little piece, this is a die cut that comes with that stamp set I showed you earlier. So here is the stamp set. This is how I put my sets together that go together. They come in these nice flat envelopes now. So I put my stamp on this side, and then I slide my die cut into the same envelope so it stays together. But isn't this a cool die cut? It's got this one, it's got this one, it's got the flowers, it's got a couple of things that you can use for messages, sentiments, so and some leaves. So I just love this too. It's so pretty, and it goes so well with this paper. So, okay, so this was cut, and so I am going to actually trim this down because I want some of this pretty paper to show. So what I'm going to do is just kind of carefully just trim it. And I kind of want to have a little bit of an oval there, so I'm just going to kind of trim it a little bit so that it looks like there's an oval on that side. But you could go straight. I don't think anybody would really even notice. And then I'm going to maybe save this piece for something else because you know I never throw anything away. And so now I am going to go ahead and adhere this to here with just my regular snail. And I did give you the measurements for these, so that's good. And so I'm just going to line this up so there's a little white border all the way around. And then the same thing with this. I'm not even pop dotting. Isn't this a pretty side too? I love that there's 2 sizes of paper, but sometimes it makes it hard to decide what looks the best. But I wanted this dark, it's called this dark blue because it's picks up those little flecks in those flowers. So I thought that was really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put this on here. So, but a little popped out so you can see some of these flowers. And then I'm trying to make this a little smoother for myself because I'm going to be doing some stamping now. Okay, there we go. And we're still in the camera. That's all good. Then I have these 2 die cut shapes out and then a leaf if you want to use the leaf. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Memento ink on this. But actually, I think, you know what? I'm going to use Harbor because I want to bring out that I'm not coloring this. If I was coloring these flowers, I would probably use Memento. But since this is a heart, it's called Secret Sea in Stampin' Up color. It's called Secret Sea, and close to my heart color, it's Harbor. But it's kind of a dark, almost black blue color, and you can see it kind of picks up on those flowers. So I'm going to stamp the flowers in that color. As you know, I'm slowly getting, now that Stampin' Up, I'm so excited because Stampin' Up finally is going to go and they are going to magnetic ink pads. I am like just so thrilled because I came from close to my heart who had magnetic ink pads. And if you know, as you get older, it's harder to open these pads and they get a little tricky. And I just love the fact that they bought their patents from Close to My Heart when Close to My Heart closed. And I just want to make sure I got this lined up correctly. And that's the beauty of clear stamps too, is you can die cut ahead of time and then line it up. If you have the rubber stamps, you have to stamp it first and then die cut it out, because it's really hard with rubber stamps to line up those these colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this here, and then I'm going to take my other stamp and stamp this really pretty die cut out. And like I said, aren't these flowers just, they're just so pretty. They're simple and elegant. And do I have it going the right way? I think not. There we go. There we go. And believe it or not, I'm actually not even over my ink pad, and I still am able to line that up pretty good. Darn it, that's pretty good. Okay, so then we're going to take our Hello Friend, and I'm going to go ahead and take this one off and put this one on, put Hello Friend on there, and ink that up. I'm going to put this comes also in the die cut too, isn't that neat? And so I'm going to go ahead and center this just like about like that. And perfect. So then I'm going to build my card. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some dimensionals and put some dimensionals here. Like I said, this is a super simple card, but I think it looks really, really elegant. And a couple dimensionals here. And I do want it to overlap, so let me see. Yeah, that'll be all right. Okay. Sometimes I have to think. I get busy and put my dimensionals on, and I'm trying to think how I want it to overlap. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the backs off of these. And I'm going to kind of lay it like right about here. Okay, that looks good. Then I think I'm going to just go ahead and put my flat piece, which is my Hello Friend. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in next. And I'll layer that last flower on top where I think it looks best. And I want it to a little bit of overlapping. So we'll have it like right about there. Well, kind of wanted it up a little bit more, so let's pull it up here, like about like that. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put a dimensional on just the one side and a little of adhesive over here, because this one is going to layer on top of that other flower. And here we go, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and just adhere that on to the front of the card, like so. And I want it crooked. You could do it straight if you want. I'm going to do this one crooked because I think crooked looks cool. And then if you wanted to add a little leaf, you could add a leaf in there. I don't think I'm going to this time, but I am going to show you how to color your gems. I'm going to go ahead and use the darkest blue shade I have in a marker, and I'm just going to color them. You can buy the gems too. This one complements this paper pack. It comes in, I think there's greens and blues, and there's one other color that complement. But if you want some jewels on your thing and you just have clear jewels, this is such a nice trick. You can make any color with these clear jewels. Just love that. So if you're in a pinch and you want a certain color, you can go ahead and do that. Or even if you just want to do that, because it's what a cost savings that is. Looking for my pick tool. Okay, and I'm going to just use this. This is really a clever little, this pick tool is a clever little tool. It has this little gooey spot that'll pick up these jewels, has a little pointy thing too that you can use to pick up jewels. And this is my favorite. Like if you make a mistake on a scrapbook page, you can go right under there and get your picture, slide it right off and get the adhesive off of it without ruining your paper. It's so tiny and thin. See how thin that is? Isn't that amazing? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these little jewels. I'm gonna put one up here. And you do have to let this dry a couple seconds. Put one here, and then another one, maybe down there, like that. There you go. Now, on the inside of my card, I'm going to use this other stamp set. This is that Prayers and Promises, and I'm going to use Keeping You in My Thoughts, Holding You in My Heart, Remembering You in My Prayers. And I'm going to go ahead and put a white piece in here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this first with that. Let me see if I can find, here we go. And I'm going to use, again, Secret C, or if you're a Close to My Heart, you still have Close to My Heart stuff, you can use Harbor, because it's pretty much the same color. I'm going to go ahead and center this the best I can. I love these sayings on this stamp set. I'm at the age now where I have a lot of friends going through different things, and it's just really nice to have a stamp set that, you know, says, you know, I'm keeping you in my prayers, God is with you. I love sentiments like that. So anyway, I'm just going to add this onto the back here and center this so there's a little blue border all the way around. And then, just to make it look prettier, I'm going to take one of the stamps. Here, I think I want the little half flower. So, I'm going to take that off, put this one on, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink it up. And put a little flower, like maybe here in the corner. Just to jazz it up a little bit. There you go. All right, that's our card for today. Again, I hope you caught all the measurements of the card, but isn't this just a cute, fun card? A little different with the slant, so I like that. I love this paper. It's just been fun to play with it. So I will see you next Sunday at Sunday Paper Fun, and thanks for joining me today, and I will have a great week, and be safe. Bye-bye.